Dr. Sarah Chun watched the three warriors swagger through the airlock of Research Station. Omega-7, their chitinous exoskeletons, gleamed with confidence as they approached her monitoring station. Dr. Chun, Commander Vextar clicked his mandibles in greeting. "We have completed your planet's survival trials. Your Earth predators proved... adequate training." Sarah raised an eyebrow, pulling up their test results. 20 years as Earth's premier xenobiologist had taught her patience. "I see you survived encounters with brown bears, mountain lions, and wolves." The female Kethrizikra chittered with amusement. "Your creatures were fierce but predictable. We've conquered 17 worlds. Earth's beasts are no different." The youngest alien flexed his razor claws. "We request permission to hunt in your unrestricted zones. Surely your most dangerous predators will provide better sport." Sarah's smile was thin as winter ice. She'd heard this from a dozen species before. What they didn't understand was that the testing zones contained Earth's most docile predators. "Interesting," she mused. "Your stress responses were minimal. Very impressive for warriors facing our apex predators." Vextar's chest swelled with pride. "We are born hunters. Your beasts lack true killing instinct." Sarah gestured toward massive blast doors leading to restricted sections. "Perhaps you'd be interested in a real challenge." The aliens exchanged eager glances. This was exactly what they'd hoped for. "What did you have in mind?" Zikra asked condescendingly. Sarah displayed a jungle canopy stretching beyond the horizon. "Zone 12. Our most authentic habitat. No safety protocols, no emergency beacons, just you and whatever's waiting." The young Kethri vibrated with excitement. "What beasts prowl this zone?" "Oh, the usual suspects," Sarah said casually, "though we've never had a full alien team return from Zone 12 intact." Vextaris' mandibles clicked dismissively. "Because they were weak. We are Kethri. We do not break." As the aliens boarded their transport pod, Sarah called out one last time. "Commander, in Zone 12, it's not the predators you can see that you need to worry about." The pod sealed with a hiss, launching toward the green hell below. Sarah turned to her nervous assistant Marcus. "Dr. Chun, are you sure this is wise?" Marcus asked, watching their biometric readings. Sarah laughed dryly. "Marcus, what do you know about Zone 12, our most dangerous area, home to Earth's most aggressive predators?" "Wrong." Sarah pulled up a classified file that made Marcus pale. "Zone 12 houses the animals that scared our ancestors so badly. They're hardwired into our genetic memory. The predators in testing zones learned to coexist with humans. These never did." The first hour went smoothly for the Kithri delegation. Commander Vextar led through dense foliage with military precision, cataloging every sound and scent. "Perfect cover for ambush predators," Zekra observed, slicing through vines. Young Jackson paused at massive claw marks on a tree trunk. "These are 3 times larger than anything in the testing zones." Vextar examined the deep gouges. "Size alone doesn't make a superior predator." That's when they heard the first growl. It came from everywhere and nowhere, a sound that seemed to emanate from the jungle itself. The Kethri shifted into combat formation, head swiveling to locate the source. "Motion sensors," Vextar whispered. "Nothing," Zekra replied tightly. "Whatever made that sound isn't showing up." The growl came again, closer, accompanied by massive footsteps circling their position. At the monitoring station, Sarah watched their stress levels spike dramatically. "Meet the Shadowclaw," she told Marcus, displaying a classified image. "Ursis phantasma. What bears become after 60 million years perfecting invisible killing." The creature was recognizably Ursine but wrong, elongated for stealth, fur that bent light, eyes holding terrifying intelligence. "They're not just predators," Sarah continued. "They're problem solvers, tool users, and they hold grudges." The attack came without warning. Jackson vanished mid-step, sailing through the canopy with a sound like tearing metal. His scream cut off abruptly in the darkness above. "Contact!" Vextar roared, spinning toward empty space. No blood, no struggle, just disturbed earth and the scent of something wild. Then Jackson screamed again from a different direction. He was still alive. For now, the psychological warfare had begun. Testing zone predators hunt for food, Sarah explained to Marcus. Zone 12 creatures hunt for sport, for joy. The remaining aliens huddled back to back as Jax's voice echoed from new locations, sometimes calling for help, sometimes just whimpering. "Why don't they kill him?" Marcus asked. Because Shadow Claws, no psychological torture breaks morale better than simple violence. Commander Vexstar was visibly shaking. We need to reach extraction. Leave Jax in. They began a desperate sprint through jungle, abandoning tactical formation. Behind them, Jackson's screams followed like accusations. The Shadow Claw materialized directly ahead, not emerging from hiding, but simply becoming visible. Up close, they saw impossible details. Fur moving independently of wind, extra joints allowing impossible angles, breath misting in tropical air. Most terrifying were its ancient, patient eyes filled with intelligence that saw through their armor to frightened prey beneath. Vexstar raised his plasma rifle with shaking hands. Stay back. The Shadow Claw tilted its head with human curiosity, then did something that shattered their courage. It smiled. Not a reflexive baring of fangs, but genuine amusement. Then it spoke. You are not the first to come here. The voice was wrong. Too deep, formed by vocal cords, never designed for speech. Zekros' weapon clattered down. Animals cannot animal. The creature's laugh was distant thunder. I am what your people become when they stop fearing the dark. At monitoring, Marcus stared in shock. Did that thing just... Shadow Claws learn, Sarah said grimly. They understand language, patterns, psychology. Some mimic prey perfectly. The creature circled with predatory grace. Your companion thinks highly of you. He's been telling me about your homeworld, your families, your fears. From the canopy, Jackson's voice called out. But now they heard the wrongness, syllables formed by an alien throat. Help me, don't leave me. But it wasn't Jackson anymore. Hadn't been for hours. The revelation broke both survivors. Vexstar fired wildly at shadows, while Zekra collapsed, overwhelmed. Your species conquered 17 worlds. The Shadow Claw observed conversationally. How many fought back? Through panic, the aliens understood. Their conquests were against civilizations, cities, armies. They'd never faced a planet that was itself the enemy. Earth remembers every species that tried to tame it. The creature continued, gesturing at corroded alien armor in the undergrowth. Your predecessors learned this lesson. More wreckage appeared. Crystalline structures twisted in... The Veltar Dominion lasted 3 days. The Crystalline Collective believed technology made them superior. They were incorrect. Vexstar's weapon ran dry. He stared in horror as more remains became visible. Generations of failed invasions. How many? He whispered. The Shadow Claw's smile widened. Enough to teach us your weaknesses. All of them. 3 more Shadow Claws materialized from the jungle like nightmares, each massive and wrong in unique ways. Creatures that had been learning to hunt alien prey for decades. Your council's assessment protocol serves dual purposes, the first said, now mimicking Vexstar's voice perfectly. You test against Earth's dangers, and Earth tests against you. The final screams were brief and professional. Efficiency learned from decades of practice. Hours later, Sarah prepared her report for the Galactic Council. The Kithri delegation has completed assessment. As with previous evaluations, test subjects were inadequate for planetary assessment privileges. We recommend focusing expansion on more suitable targets. The Council's reply was predictable, confused and angry, but no further requests. None ever did after losing their elite forces to assumed random attacks. 3 months later, the Zephyrian Trade Alliance arrived. Confident in their aerial superiority, Sarah met them with the same patient smile. We own the skies of 17 worlds. Their leader, Sarah gestured toward Zone 15's mountain peaks. Aerial predators. How interesting. As their transport launched toward peaks, where ancient rocks waited in storm clouds, Sarah settled at her station. Earth's defensive ecosystem would soon learn everything about Zephyrian anatomy and tactics. In Zone 12's depths, something that had been Commander Vexstar, opened eyes no longer entirely kept. The Shadow Claws had ways of ensuring useful information didn't go to waste. Soon they will send armies, it whispered in a voice, neither alien nor human. We will be ready. Dr. Sarah Chun continued her vigil. Guardian of secrets most humans never knew existed. Keeper of balance between galactic conquerors and a planet that spent 4 billion years learning to kill threats. The Council thought they were testing themselves against Earth's dangers. They had no idea Earth was testing itself against theirs. When the next delegation arrived, as they always did, Sarah would be waiting with her careful questions and patient smile. What predators did you survive in our testing zones? and when they answered with boasts and confidence, she would deliver her signature line. He met the friendly ones.